Hello everyone, welcome to GK Study Edge. Today we are going to discuss work, power and energy. It's a very important chapter from exams point of view. We have covered most of the important questions which are very common and repetitive in exams. So let's start with our session. First question, what is represented by the product of force with displacement in the direction of force? The correct answer is option B, work. Work is represented by the product of force with displacement in the direction of force. Okay. Then what is momentum? Momentum can be defined as the product of mass and velocity of an object, and power is rate of doing work. Okay. And what is impulse? Impulse can be defined as the sudden force which acts over a body for a very short duration of time. Okay. Next is kinetic and potential energies of a body are the components of its dash energy. The correct answer is mechanical energy. Mechanical energy has two components, kinetic energy and potential energy. And what is kinetic energy? Kinetic energy is the energy that a moving object has due to its motion. Okay. And what is potential energy? Potential energy is the energy stored in an object due to its position. Okay. Kinetic energy depends on, we know that kinetic energy of a body is equal to 1/2 the product of its mass, let's say m, and the square of its velocity v. Okay, so we can write kinetic energy equal to 1 by 2 mv square. Okay, here m is the mass and v is the velocity of the object. So here we can see that kinetic energy depends on both mass and velocity of the moving body. Okay, let's move on to next question. Next is, a flying plane has what kind of energy? The correct answer is it has both potential energy and kinetic energy. Let's see how. Since the plane is flying, it has kinetic energy due to its motion. Okay, due to the height of the plane from the ground, okay, it has potential energy because the potential energy equal to m into g into h. M is the mass of the body, g is the acceleration due to gravity, and h is the height at which the object is placed from the ground. So due to height of the plane from the ground, it has potential energy. So we can say a flying plane has both potential energy and kinetic energy. Understood? Let's move on to next question. Next is, if the velocity of a body is doubled, its kinetic energy dash. We already know that kinetic energy equal to 1 by 2 mv square. So here we can see that kinetic energy depends on the velocity of the object squared. Okay, so if the velocity of a body is doubled, its kinetic energy will increase by 4 times. Okay, let's move on to next question. Next is, which of the following is an example of gravitational potential energy? Moving car, bullet fired from a gun, and foot kicking a ball, these all three are already in motion, and due to motion they have kinetic energy. Okay, the correct answer is option D. Water that is behind a dam stores gravitational potential energy since it is at a higher level from the ground. Okay. And dear friends, if you are visiting our channel for the first time and find our content valuable, please like the video and subscribe the channel because we will keep bringing valuable contents for you. Your comments are most valuable to us. Please let us know how we can add more values to this channel. Thank you very much. Let's continue with the session. Which of the following quantities is not a vector quantity? So here the correct answer is work, because work is a scalar quantity. It has only magnitude. The rest others, velocity, acceleration and force, all three have both magnitude and direction, and due to which they are vector quantities. Okay. Dash is defined as rate of doing work. We already discussed that power can be defined as the rate of doing work. Okay. And what is energy? Energy is the ability to do work. Okay. And what is force? Force is an external agent capable of changing body's state of rest or motion. Okay. And we know what is momentum. Momentum is the product of mass and velocity of an object. Okay. Next is, power exerted by an object moving in a straight line is equal to force multiplied by dash. The correct answer is velocity. Power exerted by an object moving in a straight line is equal to force multiplied by velocity. Okay, let's move on to next question. How many watts are there in a horsepower? It's a very important question, and the answer is 746. 746 watts are equal to 1 horsepower. Okay. Next is, a stone is dropped from the roof of a house towards the ground. The kinetic energy of the stone will be maximum. Answer is just before it touches the ground. Let's see how. Let's say This is the house and a stone is placed at the roof. So due to its height from the ground, it has potential energy, and kinetic energy here is 0. The moment the stone is dropped from the roof of the house towards the ground, its potential energy gets converted into kinetic energy. Potential energy keeps decreasing and kinetic energy keeps increasing. And just before the stone touches the ground, its kinetic energy is maximum and potential energy is minimum, almost 0. Okay, let's move on to next question. Next is the energy derived from the heat of the earth is called geothermal energy. Geothermal energy utilizes the accessible thermal energy from the earth's interior. Okay, and solar energy is the radiant heat and light from the sun that is harnessed to generate electricity. Okay, and biogas refers to a mixture of gases produced by decomposition of organic matter such as agricultural waste, food waste, etc. And what is tidal energy? Tidal energy is power produced by the surge of ocean waters during the rise and fall of the tides. Okay, let's move on to next question. Electric motor converts dash energy into mechanical energy. The correct answer is electrical. Electrical motor converts electrical energy into mechanical energy. Okay, let's move on to next question. Wind turbines convert dash energy into mechanical power. The correct answer is kinetic. Wind turbines convert kinetic energy into mechanical power. Okay, here kinetic energy is basically the energy of the moving wind. Okay, and this energy is imparted to the blades of the turbine. Okay, and blades are in turn rotates a shaft. This shaft is connected to a generator which produces electricity. Okay, so wind turbines convert kinetic energy into mechanical power. Okay, let's move on to next question. Next is kilowatt hour represents the unit of energy, and 1 kilowatt hour equal to 3.6 into 10 to the power 6 joules. Okay, next is which is the second largest source of global energy, and the answer is renewable energy. Renewable energy is the second largest source of global energy, and it produces around 22% of the total global energy. Okay, and fossils fuels remains the largest source of global energy. It produces around 67% of total global energy. Okay, let's move on to next question. The English physicist James Prescott Joule outlined the basis of the principle of conservation, which in turn led to the development of the first law of thermodynamics. Okay, so that's it for today. We have discussed most of the important questions from work, power, and energy. If you learned something valuable, please like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe the channel. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.